If your home didn't get multiple offers, it probably wasn't because of the market. It was because of one of these three things. And most sellers never hear the real reason. Today I'm breaking down the 3 reasons homes don't get multiple offers, even in a market where other homes still do. Because multiple offers are not random, they're engineered. Let's start with something uncomfortable. Multiple offers don't happen because a home is nice. They happen because demand is concentrated. And demand only concentrates when 3 things line up: pricing, positioning, and presentation. Miss one of those and you get showings. Miss 2, you get silence. Miss all 3, and you get reductions. Now let's start with pricing. Most sellers believe pricing high protects them. It doesn't. Overpricing kills momentum before it starts. Buyers shop in ranges. They search 400 to 450, 500 to 550. They don't stretch upward just because you hope they will. If your home is even slightly above the psychological comfort zone of your range, the buyers who would have competed never even see it. And here's the key. Multiple offers require emotional urgency. Urgency only happens when buyers feel the home is aligned with value. If a buyer walks in thinking, "This feels a little high," they don't rush, they wait. And waiting kills competition. Here's something most sellers misunderstand. Pricing at market value does not create multiple offers. Pricing slightly ahead of perception does not create multiple offers. Pricing strategically within the strongest buyer bracket creates multiple offers. It's not about squeezing the top number. It's about attracting the most eyeballs in the first week. Now let's move to positioning. This is where most homes quietly fail. Positioning is how your home is framed in the marketplace. Who's it for? What problem does it solve? How does it compare to alternatives? If your home is described generically, it becomes invisible. 3 bedroom, 2 bath, great neighborhood, close to shopping. That doesn't create emotional pull. Positioning says this is the perfect low maintenance home for someone who wants convenience without sacrificing space. Positioning says this is the move up home with a backyard built for entertaining. Positioning makes buyers see themselves. And when buyers see themselves, they compete. If your home feels like it is for everyone, it competes with everything. And when it competes with everything, it wins nothing. If this is helpful so far and you want more no-fluff tips on selling smarter in Richmond, hit subscribe right now. I post new videos every week designed to save sellers time, money, and stress. Now let's talk about presentation. This is the first 60 seconds. Light, smell, flow, cleanliness, visual clarity. Buyers decide emotionally before they calculate financially. If your home feels heavy, cluttered, dark, or personalized, buyers hesitate. Hesitation eliminates urgency, and urgency creates offers. Presentation is not about perfection. It's about removing friction. If buyers walk in and notice scuffed paint, outdated lighting, crowded furniture, or distracting decor, they start subtracting value mentally. Even small distractions can cool emotional momentum, and multiple offers require heat. Now, here's something important. You can have strong presentation and still miss out if pricing's off. You can have strong pricing and still miss out if positioning's weak. You can have strong positioning and still miss out if the first impression fails. All 3 must align at launch because the first week determines everything. Most serious buyers see a new listing within days. If they feel neutral, they move on. If they feel excited, they act. Multiple offers are not about luck. They're about compression. You compress demand into a small window. You compress attention into the first week. You compress buyer emotion into urgency. That only happens when pricing, positioning, and presentation work together. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. The market is not the frenzy it was a few years ago. Days on market are longer, buyers are more analytical, rates are higher. That means competition must be created intentionally. You can't rely on chaos anymore. You must rely on strategy. Homes that are aligned still generate strong activity. Homes that are misaligned stall. And when sellers don't get multiple offers, they often blame timing. Timing is rarely the root cause. Alignment is. So here's the reframe. Instead of asking why didn't we get multiple offers, ask this. Did we maximize exposure in the strongest price range? Did we position the home clearly for a specific buyer? Did the first 60 seconds create emotional pull? If the answer is no to any of those, that's where the gap lives. And the good news is this. These are controllable. Strategy is controllable. Presentation is controllable. Positioning is controllable. Hope is not a strategy. Alignment is. So let's recap clearly. Pricing drives visibility. Positioning drives emotional connection. Presentation drives urgency. Multiple offers only happen when all three align at launch. Miss one and momentum fades. Miss two and you stall. Miss three and you chase the market. Now, if this is helpful and you want more straight talk insight on how to sell smarter in Richmond, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to see what I do differently to create leverage and attract stronger offers, DM me offers, and I will show you exactly how I approach pricing, positioning, and presentation. Because multiple offers are not random, they're built. And when you build them intentionally, you don't rely on luck, you rely on strategy.